Hello guys, my name is Koina Das and I am currently doing my Masters in Astronomy from IIT Indore. The main objective of this masterclass is to provide you guys with some idea on how to go about with a career in a particular field. So in this video, I will talk to you about some basics of astrophysics, what colleges to apply, and how you can establish a career in this field. So let's start. What is astrophysics? Astrophysics is the branch of science that applies laws of physics to explain the birth, life, and death of stars, nebula, galaxies, and other objects in the universe. It has two sibling sciences, astronomy and cosmology. Now these three fields, they are interdependent on each other in some way or the other. So in a crude sense, we can say that astronomy measures positions, luminosities, motions and other characteristics, while astrophysics creates physical theories of small to medium sized structures in the universe, and cosmology does this for large scale structures and the universe as a whole. Now, for going about with astronomy, we need to have a knowledge about some system of units that are used in this field. So for length, you use parsec, which is the distance between sun and star when the angle subtended is 1 arc second. Then you have the astronomical unit, which is the average distance between Earth and Sun, and the light year, which is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Then we have the speed of light. We have solar parameters, that is the solar mass and luminosity of sun. And for time, we can use days, seconds, or Julian year. Now, what is cosmological principle? At large scales, universe is assumed to be uniform. The idea of a uniform universe is the cosmological principle. It has two aspects. One is that universe is homogeneous, so there is no preferred observing position in the universe. Second is that universe is isotropic, so there is no difference in universe structure as they look in different directions. Next, we come to the cosmological timescales, which tell us that how universe has evolved after the Big Bang explosions. So 1 million years after Big Bang explosion took place, cosmic microwave background radiation emission first started. Then after that we had the Dark Ages period, which went on for a very long interval of time. And then near about 100 million years later, we have the first stars. Then we have supernovas and black holes. Then protogalaxy mergers. And finally we have the modern galaxies. So the age of our universe now is 14 billion years. Next, we have the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram, which is a scatter plot of stars showing relationship between stars' absolute magnitude or luminosity versus their stellar classification or surface temperatures. So if you know the luminosity and the surface temperature of any star, you can fit it in the plot and you can find out which classification it comes under. So this line that we can see, this is the line for the main sequence star. Then for low luminosities, we have the white dwarfs, and for high luminosities, we have the giants and the supergiants. Now, in astronomy, there are huge research fields. There are a huge number of research fields. I have mentioned some of the fields that you can refer to for your future study. Like you have the observational astronomy, which deals with the electromagnetic wave spectrum astronomy, like the radio astronomy, the UV ray astronomy, optical astronomy, and so on. Then you have the planetary sciences, which talks about the planets. Then you have astrostatistics, which tell us the statistical techniques and methods that are used in astronomy researches. Galactic and extragalactic astronomy talk about galaxies. Then you have solar astronomy, which talks about science, and so on. So you can research under any of these fields in astronomy. Now, if you want to become an astronomer, a specialization in astronomy in PhD is compulsory. Before that, you may or may not take up astronomy as a specialization in your UG and PG courses. Now, if you do your bachelor's and your master's in physics, you have at least 1 or 2 paper of specialization in astrophysics. So if you're not sure that whether you will be pursuing this astrophysics as a career, then you can take a bachelor and master's in physics as a general topic, and then in PhD you can do a specialization in astronomy. What I have done is I have taken my bachelor's in physics, and then for master's I have gone to astronomy because I was sure that I will be taking up this course, and I also wanted to know about different fields that are there in astronomy course before delving into PhD. So you can take up any of the options, it's completely your wish. Now, after completing your degree, you can work as a research scientist with various research institutions and big government organizations like the ISRO, or you have NASA in USA. Next, for job opportunities. So after pursuing a degree in astronomy, you have hell lots of job in astronomy. But the 3 major sought after jobs in this field is the research scientist or an university faculty, or you can work in the industry sector. Now, suppose after your 12, class 12, you have decided that you will be taking astronomy as your career, and you're going to focus only on astronomy, and you don't want to go for any other field. Then you can take up BSc. Then you can take a bachelor degree in astronomy. So there is an institute of IIST in Trivandrum which provides you a BTech in aerospace engineering as well as a 5-year dual degree, which is BTech plus masters in astronomy and astrophysics. So in order to get into this institute, you need to qualify JEE Advanced with the minimum marks, eligible marks, that is mentioned every year in their website. Also, IIST has this opportunity that after you complete your BTech or your dual degree, then you can have you can get a job in ISRO. It's completely merit based. You can get a job in ISRO for 3 years minimum in the post of scientist or engineer SC. So, if you are interested in having a job directly after doing your bachelor's or your dual degree, you can take up this option. Now, there are just like there is this government college. There are private colleges as well. Like you have the Amity University, Wells University, ICFI universities, and there are and so on, which offers bachelor courses in astronomy. Next, for your master's course, you have some institutes like TIFR, that's Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. Then you have National Center for Radio Astrophysics, NCRA, IIT Indore, and IIST Trivandrum. So these colleges are very nice. You can get into these masters. You can apply for your master's degree in astronomy specialization in these colleges. And in order to get into these colleges, you need to clear up IIT JAM, or for if you want to get into TIFR or TIFR, NCRA, and IIST Trivandrum, you need to qualify TIFR their own entrance test, that is TIFR test, and the IIST has its own entrance test, so the IIST test. Now, as you come to PhD courses, your spectrum of colleges broadens. So you have lots of colleges which will provide you astronomy PhD in astronomy fields in India. So some of the notable mentions are Raman Research Institute, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, then you have IUCAA, PRL, ISC, and so on. And the entrance tests for this are the UGC NET, you have JEST, GATE, and for getting into IUCAA, it has its own exam, and similarly for Indian Institute of Astrophysics, it also has its own exam. Actually, there are lots of colleges which will have its own entrance exams. So if you want to get into those specific colleges, then you can qualify for the entrance test for their particular exams. Now, I have been talking about the colleges in India which provide astrophysics courses. So there are colleges outside India also which provides astronomy courses, and I would suggest that if you have the option, then you should definitely try for abroad colleges, because the scope of research work in abroad is much better than that in India. So over here, I have mentioned the top 10 colleges in the entire world which are very good for astrophysics. So you can look into them and you can try to get into these colleges. For that, you need to clear up your GRE, and yes, you need to clear up your GRE, TOEFL, and IELTS. And also, suppose these are the colleges. Suppose there are other colleges also which do not depend on GRE scores or TOEFL and IELTS score. So if suppose if you don't get good GRE scores, you don't have to be disheartened that you cannot get into any college outside India. That's not true. You can get into other colleges also. So for those colleges, they have personal interviews, they look into your statement of purpose and also your grades. So you have both options. Either you can go via GRE or you can go via these personal interviews. So astronomy, as we can see, it's a very high demanding field with a lot of scope for research. So we encourage the young minds to take up this field and help us all in unlocking the mysteries of our vast universe. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.